I just want to tell you from the bottom of my heart and from my own personal experience that starting over is absolutely fine. Whether you're starting over at the age of 30, whether you're starting a new career at the age of 40, whether you're starting a new passion or hobby at the age of 50, whether you're starting a business at the age of 60, whether you are decide to live abroad at the age of 70, whether you decide to pursue video games as a hobby at the age of 80 years of age, it does not matter. What matters is that you do what you love doing, and remember that you are not in a competition with anyone else in this world. Everyone is in their own little bubble, so you don't need to worry about them. And the reality is that everyone is different. Everyone looks at the world a different way. Everyone paces themselves through life at a different pace. Everyone goes through life in a different way. Everyone has struggle. Everyone has setbacks. Everyone has their moment. Everyone has their time to shine. And we all need to remember this, that life is a marathon. It's not a race. And when we say life is a marathon, it means that it's very long. It keeps going. It's life, you just got to keep going no matter what. Life doesn't end once you purchase a house, or once you get that job you always wanted, or once you start a successful business. Life does not stop there. Life still goes on. When you lose a job, when you break up, with your significant other, and say if you have a divorce or something like that, it's not the end of the world. It's just the end of a world that you had with somebody. But life still goes on. And going back to the fact that you can start something at any time, it's very true. For me, for someone who's 31 years of age, I am doing things that are way different than what people my age would be doing by now. I'm not married. I don't have any property. I live abroad. I live in another country. And I work in another country, but I'm not doing what the standard of society or what people my age would normally be doing, which is at this point being married, have kids, have a stable job. Maybe they moved up the ladder to a management position or a supervisory position. I'm not doing any of that stuff. But the thing is that I know for a fact that when I decide to move back to if I decide to go back to my home country, I'm technically going to have to start from scratch. All of the relationships and networking things that I built here in this country that I'm currently in, all of the memories that I made with people, all of the relationships that I built, all of that stuff, it's gone. I moved into an apartment. I bought all this stuff for this apartment. I have to sell everything because I'm moving, right? But when I go back to my home country, I'm starting from scratch. However, what I bring back with me is experience, all of my memories that I've had, and other skills that I have developed. I've learned a new language, which is Japanese. I have developed better communication skills. I have international experience, cultural experience. So a lot of that I'm taking back with me, but at the same time, when I do go back, I'm technically have to look for another job. So I'm starting from scratch. I have to get a phone plan. I have to renew my driver's license. I have to renew my health insurance. I have to do all of these things. And it's almost like I'm a brand new person. It's like I'm in reset mode. But the thing is, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely okay to do. Because like I said before, everyone is going through life at their own pace. Everyone has their own experiences and their own memories and their own, everyone is the main character of their own story. You are the main character of your own story, and everyone else around you are the side characters. You are writing the chapter of your own book. Every single day is a new chapter, and and you're the main character, as I said. And everyone else is their own separate main character in their own world. So it does not matter if you go back and you want to start all over again, that's absolutely fine. There are many people in this world who have who are 40, 50, 60 years of age who are going into a new career. People are moving from a teaching job into like cybersecurity, and people are moving from, different career paths. People who are at the age of 50 years old are trying to get a degree in university, right? There's nothing wrong with that, man. I don't know why we live in this world where like by certain time we're supposed to get this done and that makes us successful. That shows our evidence of success, that we're progressing in life. I don't believe that's true. Everyone progresses at their own pace. And we need to really like get that into our skull. We need to understand, right, that life is not a race. And eventually whatever that you want in life, it'll eventually come to you. It'll eventually come to you. So there's no point of just like thinking and saying to yourself, oh man, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Reflect on your life, look at your experiences, look at the stuff that you've dealt with, and I promise you that if you dealt with more struggle in your life, you are the one who's more experienced. You are the one who is more wise. You are the one who is really, really progressing compared to the people who are living a very comforted life, who haven't really experienced the world, who haven't really gone out there, who haven't really done uncomfortable things, who haven't really stepped outside of their comfort zone, but just following the standard morale of society, the standard social norms of society. And they're just, I hate to say it, but a lot of them are just living a very boring life. But people who have chosen to get out, to follow their own path, to be the outlier, once you find your trajectory back, what you bring is something different. Your presence is different. The energy that you bring to the people, the people that is different. People are going to look at you differently. People are going to start respecting you more. People are going to think that you are more interesting as an individual because of the experiences that you've had, because you're not doing something normal or what most of society does, right? You've done something different. And that's why I highly encourage everyone to do something that you wouldn't normally do. Like for me, I have lived in Korea, I've lived in Japan, I've lived in the United Kingdom, I've traveled a lot in those countries, and I've built a lot of experience. And for me, I would never take that back. For me, those are the most amazing experiences that I've ever had. And it's also important that when you do this, you should reflect. You should sit down and reflect on what lessons you have learned, what skills have you gained. And I promise you, there'll be a list of stuff if you actually take the time to sit down and write things down. And really, it's really strange because everyone is capable of achieving whatever they want in life. It's just a matter of just executing it and not having to worry so much about the fact that you don't have much time left. Yes, as we get older, it may be more difficult to do things in life because of our health, or we may think that time is running out. But that doesn't mean it can't be accomplished. There are a lot of successful people in this world who have achieved things at a very, at middle age, that are about 40, 50 years of age. Even 60 years of age. There are people who have become successful in acting, in writing stories, amazing books, and stuff like that. So it's not too late. So if you're in your 50s, your 60s, if you're 20, if you're 30 years of age, bro, we all have a chance. We all have a chance of doing whatever we want to do in life and achieving it. And success is personal. That's also very important to remember, is that everyone's definition of success is personal, and everyone is living life in their own way. You should never ever think that your life is better than someone else's, and you should never ever think that way, because then once you do that, you think that they're above you, and you stop growing, you stop learning, you develop an ego about yourself. People will not want to be around you because they can sense that that you think that you're better than them. They will sense that about you, and they will sense that you're not genuine, that you're not authentic. There's a lot of things that you don't see once you start developing an ego, that you think that you're better than everyone else. And that's why, like I said, it's important to realize that you are on your own path in life. And I honestly believe that all of us are capable of greatness. All of us are. So if you're watching this video and you feel like you're not at that point in your life where you want to be, I'm telling you right now that eventually you're gonna find what you love doing. Eventually, you're going to find something that you love doing, and you're gonna be very successful at it. And people are gonna show interest. People are gonna be like, wow, this guy is really interesting. Really, he's a really genuine person. Oh, I want to learn from this guy. I promise you it's gonna be like that. But once you find what you're looking for, and people also respect people who don't give up. So say you failed or you changed careers, right? You failed at some sort of test or something for a job, but you didn't give up, or you move on to another career path. Say you're a teacher, and you tell yourself, you know what? I'm done with teaching. I want to be a singer. I want to be an actor. And you go to acting school. You go, whatever. You're gonna have maybe a few opinions or comments from family saying, "What is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? Like, I'm worried about him. What's wrong with him? Who gives a shit, man? Who cares what they think? Who cares what they think?" Eventually, what they're gonna realize is that when they see you happy, they're gonna be happy, right? Because you're happy with what you're doing. And people, they may make some, remarks about you, especially when you get to like the 30 years of age or the 40 years of age, and you're not doing what the society's norms tell you to do, and you're doing something that's like completely off the grid, off of the path. You're gonna have comments coming at you, man. But the thing is, once you're doing that you love doing, and once you find that, people are gonna eventually start loving. They're gonna start respecting you. They're gonna be like, "Wow, this is great," right? Because a lot of the times people make these comments because they have not done this before, right? And a lot of the times it comes from people who only know one path of being successful. They don't know that there's multiple ways of being happy, or multiple ways of finding your purpose. People don't realize that. They've only been taught one path. So it's not their fault that they're commenting or making opinions about what you're doing in your life. It's not their fault. So don't take it personally. So I highly encourage you, man, please, to do what you want to do, and it's not too late. It's never too late.